Okay, in an effort to help you guys out with some of tonight's homework, I know you're probably feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm going to guide you through a couple of problems. All right, number 10. It says to solve by using square roots, which means that it must be possible. So we take a look at our 4u squared plus 4u plus 1. That is already a perfect square trinomial. Yes, here we go. Perfect square trinomial. So we got 2u plus 1 times 2u plus 1, which is 2u plus 1 all squared. Still equal to 75. Take my square root of both sides. Square root of 75 is plus or minus 5 radical 3. And the 2u plus 1 just drops right out of the square. I subtract 1 from both sides. I get, that's where this negative 1 comes from, by subtracting 1 from both sides. And then I divide everybody by 2. And everybody on the right side by 2. So u is equal to negative 1 plus or minus 5 radical 3 all over 2. It's basically what I have written above. I just want to be more emphatic. Number 12. Find the value of c that makes the expression a perfect square trinomial, then write the expression as the square of a binomial. So this is a two-part series. So first, what's c worth? So we take 12, right? Half of 12 is 6, and 6 squared is equal to c, so c is equal to 36. So c equals to 36 is part 1 of the question. Now, write this as a perfect square trinomial. I told you this value is that key piece, so x plus 6 all squared is the other part of the question. That's it. Yeah, Mr. Brecklin, how about when the linear term here is odd? What do you do then? You didn't show us that. Well, I've showed you how to work with fractions, and the bottom line is you got to learn how to work with them. So what's that value of c? Well, again, you're going to take negative 13, divide it in half, which is negative 13 halves. So I said you can already set up your binomial with that part. That's the halvesy number, right? If you look up here, isn't 6 half of 12? Yeah, so that's what goes here. And it's plus 6 because it's plus 12. And down at the bottom, this is minus 13. So this is going to be a minus, and half of 13 is 13 halves. Don't go to decimal land. Do not write 6.5. Don't even think about it. All right, now, what are we going to do? We're going to square this thing. And what do we get? We get 169 over 4. So that's our value of c, 169 over 4. So here's our two-part answer, just like above. Value of c, right here, and perfect. The square of a binomial, part 2. That's it. Next. Next one that you're going to be super scared of is this number 37 geometric problem. No big deal. All right. Over here is my given information. And so what are we going to say? Well, I know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height, or 1/2 times base times height is area. So here's our situation. So I don't know. What do you want to do first? How about we take the 1/2 and we distribute it through this binomial. Notice I took the x plus 4, and I put in parentheses. It's a binomial, so that's 1/2 x plus 2. And now we're going to take that product, right, times x. So I got to distribute the x through that, so that's 1/2 x squared plus 2x equals 40. How about we get rid of that 2, make things a little easier. If we multiply everybody by 2, what do we get? We get, right, I distribute that all the way through. I taught you this little trick at the beginning of the year to get rid of the denominator. So we got x squared plus 4x equals 80. Now, if I had subtracted the 80 from both sides, would I have myself a perfect square trinomial? No. So I got x squared plus 4x plus blank equals 80 plus blank. Half of 4 is 2, right? Just over here, half of 4 is 2. 2 squared, 4. So 4 here, 4 there. Let's keep color coordinated here. I'm all over the board on colors. X plus 2 all squared equals 84. Take the square root, x plus 2 equals plus or minus Full disclosure here, I actually did press pause for a second. 84 is 4 times 21, so that's going to be radical 2, 21. And when we subtract the 2 from both sides, my numbers are getting a little shady, I know. X equals negative 2 plus or minus 2 radical 21. But the negative 2 minus 2 radical 21 is a negative value. And, you know, truth be told, this x is the length of a side, so x is only going to be one answer, and that's going to be negative 2 plus 2 radical 21, because 2 radical 21 has a value larger than 2. So the overall answer is positive. That's that. And because I'm feeling generous, and most of you will cry that you did not have the area formula for a trapezoid, heaven forbid you actually Google it or whatever, conjure it from memory. It's 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2, base 1 plus base 2, times your height. Okay, so here's 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times height equals area given. All right, now let's just follow careful arithmetic. So we got to do what's inside the parentheses first. So 1/2 times 3x plus x is 4x, negative 1 plus 9 is positive 8, close parentheses, times x equals 20. All right, let's distribute our 1/2. Look at this, so nice, 2x plus 4, and that product times our, that's at 8, huh? Careful, x equals 20. All right, now I've got to distribute that x into here, so that's 2x squared plus 4x equals 20. Lo and behold, everybody is divisible by 2. What a good deal. X squared plus 2x equals 10. If I subtracted the 10, would I have a perfect square trinomial? No, so I will keep going. X squared, I'm going to complete the square on this bad boy, plus, I don't know, equals 10 plus that same, I don't know, value. Half of 2, 1 squared is 1. So I'm going to drop a 1 on both sides to allow myself to make this a perfect, express this as a perfect square trinomial. X plus 1 all squared equals 11. Okay, now we're going to take the square root, and we're going to get x plus 1. Let me stay color coordinated. Oh, that looks awful. Equals plus or minus radical 11. Subtract 1. Again, x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus radical 11, but x is a geometric shape, so it's just going to be x is equal to negative 1 plus radical 11. And that's my final answer. And just for the record, area for a parallelogram, area equals base times height. And base and height are always connected by right angles. So all you got to do is look for the sides that are connected by a right angle. Sometimes in a parallelogram, those sides look like that. Okay? So here's your height right there. Good luck.